Good morning, card community. It's RJ back with another video. So let's get to it. Before we get to it, a happy Labor Day to everybody out there. Hopefully, you're all enjoying yourself today. Most of us have the day off, so hooray for that. That's why I'm able to share this video with you. I'm lying. I'm doing it on Saturday like I always do, but still, it's the principle of the thing. I am sitting at home doing nothing, hopefully, today. Or going through my cards or something, who knows, but I'm certainly not working, and that's the key. So my random Mike Schmidt item of the day, picked this beauty up off the bay recently. One of the things I had said to you, well, let me tell you what this is real quick. It is obviously the 1988 Fleer box set Baseball All-Stars of Mike in a Mint 9. One of the things I'm trying to do is I'm flipping through the bay on a daily basis and see if there's any gem mint or mint 9. I'm looking for 9 or higher Mike Schmidt cards, whatever random card it is, in a mint 9 or higher, or so a 9 or 10 that I can get under 20 bucks. So if it's slabbed already, less than $20, a lot of times I'll put a bid in and see if I can get it. I'm just trying to put together a huge collection, as many as I can, of mint 9 Mike Schmidt cards. I figure that's a good way to spend my money. So this one came in the mail the other day. Fleer box set of Mike Schmidt in a Mint 9. A random baseball item of the day. When I have bought collections in the past, you get whatever the guy puts in the box. So I try my best to buy big collections of somebody who just doesn't care about cards anymore. And it is a random group of all kinds of things. Baubles, cards, books, pennants, all kinds of things, including every once in a while I'll get a plate. This is Joe DiMaggio. Cool picture. It's a plate. One of those Bradford Exchange. There's a number of different people, a number of different companies that were cranking out, what do they call them? Commemorative plates of baseball players, as well as 1,000 other topics. And in a way, if you think about it, a plate is a really cool thing to hang on the wall, but it takes up a lot of room, which is why people don't collect plates too much. I mean, you want to see it, you want to hang it somewhere, but it wouldn't be too long before you'd have your whole wall filled with nothing but plates in your house if you got one for every Hall of Famer. So a lot of people don't buy plates. They don't collect plates. Plates, even of the biggest name players, can be had for like 10, 15 bucks a lot of times, because nobody, eventually just the person who has it just gets tired of it, doesn't want it anymore. Now, that's not the case for me when it comes to Mike Schmidt. Obviously, I have about half a dozen plates of Mike Schmidt, other types of collectibles from Mike. But this Joe DiMaggio one came in the collection I bought, so I have it on my shelf, trying to figure out what to do with it. But for right now, it's with me. All right, today's trivia question. Have here a really cool card from Topps Chrome in 1920. This was an insert called Decade of Dominance. And it is DOD 5 die cut X for, that's the way they die cut the cards. And Ted Williams is the person on the card. So that is your prize. Interesting question here, since it's Labor Day. This team set a record one year by getting to 100 wins by Labor Day. The first team, I think to this date, the only team ever to acquire 100 wins in a season by Labor Day. So that is the question. Name for me the team and the year that it happened. In what team did it, and in what year did they do it? Did they reach 100 wins for the season? All right, that is your question. Please email me the correct answer. I will include my email in the description below, along with the repeat of that question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer, and we'll pick a winner on Sunday. So good luck to everybody on that one. All right, today what I want to show off is I'm just going to go through some interesting Labor Day stories. So I actually took some time to research this because I was Googling best games on Labor Day. And nothing ever came up. Labor Day games, what happened on Labor Day, what was historic on Labor Day. So I literally went through the calendar and tried to find as many, all the different dates that were Labor Day in the past for several years. And then I went through this day in baseball history and went through all of the different dates that Labor Day could be on until I found some interesting things to show off to you. In case you're not aware, which most people should be, Labor Day is the first Monday of September, whether that be the 1st or the 7th. Whatever the first Monday is, that's Labor Day. So because Labor Day could be a number of different dates, there was a number of different searches I performed. So let's start with the first. I went back to 1980. That's as far back as I decided to look. And I couldn't find anything interesting that happened on Labor Day prior to 1980. So we're moving on to September the 2nd, which was Labor Day in various years. And the most interesting thing I could find was in 1996. This here is a card from a Fleer box set from the 1988. Baseball's hottest stars. This is of Mike Greenwell. In 1996, on Labor Day, September the 2nd, Mike Greenwell set a record in baseball that I believe has not yet been broken. He was responsible for all of his team's runs, a total of 9 of them. So Mike Greenwell he was responsible for driving in all 9 runs for the Red Sox as they beat the Seattle Mariners 9-8. Set the MLB record with that feat. Don't know if that still holds. I believe it does. No other player has driven in 10, being all of their team's runs for a victory. But Mike Greenwell was responsible for 9. All right. Next one, September the 3rd, 1990, Labor Day, 1990. A lot of you will remember this one because it was a big deal at the time. Bobby Thigpen. I have here Bobby's rookie. This is one of those I've had for a while. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I keep thinking about sending it into PSA, but I can't imagine a Bobby Thigpen rookie is worth a whole bunch in a PSA 10. I'm not even sure if it matches the cost to grade the card, so maybe I would have to, if I really wanted it, I'd have to go on the bay and buy it without saving the grading fees. But anyway, on this day in baseball history in 1990, Labor Day, September the 3rd, 1990, Thigpen recorded his 47th save, a 4-2 victory where the White Sox beat, who is it? Oh gosh, I can't remember who they beat that day. But anyway, Bobby Thigpen got his 47th save, setting the record. Now he would go on to set that record at 57 saves for the season. That has since been broken. Thigpen no longer holds the saves record. I didn't bother to look up what the current record is. I think it's 60-something at the moment. But Big Thigpen set the record of 57 saves in 1990, and on this day, or on Labor Day in 1990, I should say, Thigpen broke the current record for saves in a season. All right, moving on. September the 4th, Labor Day, 1995. Robin Ventura. This is his Topps Finest from 1996. And on September the 4th, Labor Day of 1995, Robin Ventura hit 2 grand slams in a game. The Chicago White Sox beat the Texas Rangers 14-3. He became the 8th Major League player to accomplish 2 grand slams in one game. So wasn't a record-setting feat or anything like that, but Thigpen did it on Labor Day. So I'm highlighting Bobby Thigpen. And then where are we at here? Okay. Not so much a feat per se, but just an interesting happening on Labor Day. Labor Day, September the 6th, 1982. Willie Stargell. Here is my 1982 Kmart Willie Stargell in a PSA 10. Remember, I'm working on this PSA set registry. But Willie Stargell had a day. It was Willie Stargell Day in Pittsburgh. They retired his number on this day, and he didn't start the game, but he came in late in the game to get an at bat, and he actually singled. Got a long standing ovation from 38,000 fans in the stadium that day. So everybody was on there, on hand to see Pops's um, final at bat, or they were retiring his number. I'm guessing maybe they didn't come back home during the season. Maybe they were on the road for the rest of the year or something. But it happened on Labor Day, or maybe it was just because it was on Labor Day they knew they'd get a big crowd. But it was on Labor Day back in 1982, September the 6th. It was Willie Stargell Day, and he was able to come off the bench and get a pinch hit single to help the Pirates beat the Mets 6-1 that day. So, congrats to Willie Stargell. Pops got honored that day on Labor Day. Lastly, two players accomplished something on the same day, so let's talk about that. September the 7th, so the final day a Labor Day could occur, back in 1998, Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 50th home run on that day. What was significant about that is he became the third player in 1998 to reach the 50 home run milestone. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa had already gotten there. Griffey joined them on that day, and it was the first time in baseball history that three players had achieved that mark. Now, eventually, Greg Vaughn would get to 50, so there were four by the end of the season. But on September the 7th, Labor Day, 1998, Griffey hit his 50th. Not to be outdone, on the same day, Mr. Mark McGwire hit his 61st to tie Roger Maris. So, Big Mac 98 was his and Sosa's heyday of hitting those home runs. So even though Griffey got his 50th and set that record between the four eventually, McGwire's tying of Roger Maris was certainly the biggest news of the day, Labor Day, September 7th, 1998. So there you go, a little Labor Day tribute to baseball and baseball cards. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget the trivia question. If you enjoyed this video, please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate the support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card community. So, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again. Come back on Wednesday for more. Take care.